Hello. So, my guest today is a young entrepreneur, the proud owner of a boutique pet grooming, Mikhal, or easy Miki Adnayev. Miki will tell us today about how she calls it herself, her out of box career, and her journey towards living the life she loves. Hi, Miki.
Hi.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, good, thank you. So, Miki, you studied for 4 years and you were studying fashion design and marketing, and you successfully graduated and got a well paid job that many young people may only dream about. And then you realized that this is not exactly what you want and that your job doesn't make you happy. So, what made you feel unhappy about it?
So I think the main thing that made me unhappy in that, considering that I spent a good chunk of my life, adult life, in that environment, is that I was feeling unfulfilled. Um, I just had this urge that I'm doing something that I've planned to do, but it's not making me happy. It's not sustaining me day to day. I was a bit miserable coming home from work, and I just felt like there was something else I was needing to do, and it wasn't in fashion.
And then you decided to leave the glam world of fashion and go for veterinary.
Yeah. So this all kind of started tumbling throughout COVID, and I feel like that's like a really common thing that I've heard that people went through. I think when you're isolated in a space, you kind of realize what matters and what doesn't. And I left my job, and I kind of sat around for almost a year trying to figure out what it is that I want to do. And one of the biggest things I've always wanted to do in my life is work with animals. And I thought, okay, let me consider a veterinary career again. The only thing with that is that it's 8 years. So I was a little like, who am I sure I want to do this? So I did some research, I looked into it, and I found out that I can do it. I don't have to go back to school and change my courses to be able to apply to university, because there's another route, and that's through working with animals. So if you get a minimum amount of working with animals, then you can do a nursing course, and then you can go into a veterinary surgeon course. So I did that. I have a poodle, and I have to give him haircuts all the time. And so I thought, what would be really useful to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And that was my first working with animals. So I signed up to this course. It was a 3-month course, if I'm not wrong, and you got a diploma in dog grooming, dog and cat grooming. So, well, actually, they call it pet grooming, but you mainly work with dogs and cats. And yeah, and I started that, and I remember I came back after the first day, and I called my mom, and I said, this was the best day of my
Wow.
life, and this is what I want to do. And it happened by accident, to be honest. I wasn't planning on this.
But what an amazing feeling. I can imagine
And
that,
it really
you were
is.
not happy, you left and you were thinking what to do. And then, just you had the best day of your life. And that's amazing.